There is a rumor going around that there's a possibility of SNAP benefits not getting paid out for November because of this shutdown. My understanding is that this will be a state-by-state basis.
Your understanding is incorrect.
The Department of Agriculture issued a very troubling letter. Essentially said, we're not going to have enough money to pay SNAP benefits through the month of November. Now, for those of you who don't know what SNAP benefits are, it is food stamps. But it also includes things like the National School Lunch Program, where many children are actually able to get their meals because they may not be able to get them at home. They're essentially saying, if the current lapse in appropriations continue, there will be insufficient funds. Basically, the government's saying, we ain't got it to pay full November SNAP benefits for approximately 42 million individuals across the nation.
They ain't got it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Another hot topic surrounding the government shutdown and some of the casualties as far as payments, social programs are concerned. We're talking about the SNAP benefits. It's real. Those of you that might watch other people and say, hey, that's not the case. I didn't get a letter from my state. Your state may have not wanted to spend that money to send a letter out to you. Do yourself a favor. Go to the USDA website, Google it, take your smartphones out and do some research on your own. Reach out to your state, better yet, wherever you're located, if you didn't get that letter, to make sure that the information is accurate. Because if you're not going to get those funds, that food on those cards, then you have to plan accordingly so you can take care of your family. Bump a holiday. We down to necessities. This is a great lesson, even for your children, in my opinion, to teach them that, the sun don't come out all the time, and you have to learn how to abound and abase. I digress. So the purpose of the video today is not to get on you. It's not to laugh at you or anything of that nature. But if you're an able-bodied adult without dependence and you've sat around and allowed yourself to become unproductive, so much so you threaten violence, stealing, or intimidation, shame on you, and you have time to repent because you're living. Take advantage of the opportunity, although uncomfortable it may be. In the long run, you'll benefit, because if you learn how to fish, you won't have to depend on someone to feed you. My name is Robert, and on this channel, my goal is to simplify the home loan process. Don't be like this lady that we're about to watch. Let's check it out.
Which means you probably won't have it in time for Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, you're out here.
Are you using your food stamps to buy pumpkins to decorate for Halloween?
Those pumpkins that you bought run anywhere from $3 to $5. You had those three, so that's what, $15? Then you were going to go to Aldi and buy a big one, which is probably going to run you $7 to $10. About $20 worth of pumpkins is what you bought. Pumpkins that you're not going to can or eat, and I don't care what the hell you say in your videos, you're not going to do that. What are you going to do? You're going to eat pumpkin puree for Thanksgiving? Is that what you're going to feed your kids? You could have taken that $20 and used it to get everything that you need, all of the sides, everything that, at the very least, had gotten a turkey or a small turkey or a chicken or something for Thanksgiving dinner. You should have planned ahead, but I don't even know why I'm standing on the soapbox, because that is exactly why people like you and people like you are in the position that you're in, because you don't do that. You just figure the daddy government will help you out whenever you need it. Why you're here. You don't know how to budget. You don't know how to cook. You just take advantage, and you take and you take and you take. Looking more and more like, and it doesn't look like they plan on opening up at any point this week. It is looking more and more likely like you're not going to get your SNAP benefits this week. So if you currently have SNAP, you need to start saving that and get your dinner, get what you need for November too, because it's very likely you may not get a check.
So I agree with 100%. Takers just continue to take, and nobody on these social media apps that I'm looking at should be surprised about all of the dysfunction and disruption that have been talked about ad nauseum. And so you shouldn't be talking about non-necessities like pumpkins and candy and things of that nature. She's right. Again, when you take advantage so long and you expect things to not ever change, this is when you get caught off guard. And so it's not made me jaded, but over the years, I have become more and more judicious in the help that I give. Let me explain. For years, taking myself and my family to volunteer at various places for a lot of different reasons. At one point in my life, I was homeless for about 2 weeks, which felt like a lifetime if you've never been homeless before. And I'm not looking for sympathy because I put myself in that situation. And thank God he allowed me to realize the errors of my ways, and I've been good since then. My point is this: I've always had a heart for folks at the bottom because I was at the bottom at one time. And so I said all that to say, in the volunteering, at one point I had to stop bringing my family because we were being used. The arrogance, the entitlement, just the nasty demeanor of 98% of the homeless that were out there was through the roof. Long and short, the majority of folks, and we don't want to talk about this, are on drugs. And to a man and woman, a lot of those people used to tell me, hey, I like being out here on the street. I know where I can go to get my food and my clothes and things of that nature. It's not that I don't have a heart for that, but I started realizing a lot of these folks you see sitting on the corner are making more money than a lot of you are, $20, $30, $40 an hour. Until we get to the root of the problem, we got to stop using the cheering. It's the cheering. Oh, what about the kids? Well, those are your kids. You have to take care of them. And if you buy pumpkins when your benefits might be cut off, then you're not being a good steward. I digress. So I agree with her 100%. What do you guys think? We're not painting everybody with this brush, but there's obviously a problem, okay? Because I can see the comments. It's very polarizing. Do you see what I'm seeing, or am I seeing it the wrong way? Because again, whenever a problem has to be addressed, we always default to the kids. I'm looking at some of these kids out here that y'all are having, and ooh-wee, I don't know who raising them. You understand what I'm saying? Not all, but a lot. And so we got to change things, and it's got to start somewhere. And I think it should start with able-bodied adults, especially those without dependents. And then those with dependents, you got to start utilizing the services that SNAP offers. There's job training. You can get your GED. There's a lot of services that are offered, even with the Section 8 program. For a long time, since the early 2000s, if you got into that program and did everything that you were supposed to, you should have owned a home by now. But see, people don't want the responsibility, and that's an issue, and it's got to get addressed regardless of how much money is being sent to another country.
Y'all need to get y'all's families together and have a big family meeting about how the holidays is canceled. Yeah, cancel all of this shit. Everything is canceled, okay? Don't go out there buying all of these gifts, all of these presents. Don't go out there buying all of this. Furthermore, you need to start cutting down on your spending and stop buying unnecessary stuff, okay? Because the only way we're going to affect these people is to hit their pockets. They don't give a damn about us, all right? They done suspended SNAP benefits for the month of November. They said, hey, states, we ain't got it. How you ain't got it? How you ain't got it? But you're sending money to other countries. You're sending money to other countries and you're funding their food, you're funding their health insurance. Meanwhile, the government is shut down about an argument about health insurance and about other things that Americans need. But you're sending my money to another country. Shut the shit down. And before y'all get in my comments trying to talk shit, shut up. Okay? Oh, she's just mad because she's not receiving her food stamps this month. Baby, I don't even receive food stamps, but I have before. I'm not mad that I'm me personally not receiving food stamps. I'm mad about the direction America's going in. I'm mad for the people that's not receiving food stamps this month and that really need it. I'm mad that they cancel food stamps on the month where everybody gets together and spends the most on food, Thanksgiving.
Kind of sounds like you're mad, but I get what you're saying. Made a lot of great points in that there's going to be a lot of folks that don't have enough resources to cover the month. Thanksgiving is not a necessity. I'm going to say it again. Back to the mindset. It's an entitlement mindset. I think what you guys should do is just, like, if you make these videos, come back and listen to them so you can hear how you sound to other people. Okay? Because ain't nobody worried about Thanksgiving. You shouldn't be if you can't eat. You should be going out here and figuring out how to supply for your family to cover the basic needs. I was out earlier today doing some maintenance on the AC unit. I'll send those videos will be coming here shortly for those of you that want to get on the property ladder but are afraid, especially ladies, on how to just do general maintenance. I digress. Stopped at the gas station to gas up the missus' car for the week in case she wants to run around or what have you. And I noticed, I'm like, man, there's a lot of cars at the gas station, just random different vehicles, a little older, but they all look like they had packages in them. And so I asked one of the young men as he was walking by, didn't speak English, but I speak a little Spanish, and they out here getting to it. And you waiting on SNAP, potentially. So why aren't you out delivering packages or doing something legal and productive and not worrying about Thanksgiving? Because them people, these folks have told you they cutting this stuff off. So what are you waiting for? You see what I'm saying? So again, able-bodied adults. I'm going to keep saying able-bodied adults. And if you're able-bodied and adult and you have children, you're supposed to supply for their needs. I keep hearing, well, the rent is up. Everything is up. Nothing is the same price as it was in 1970. It don't work like that. It's called inflation. And just because you wanted to stop in 1997, the system keeps going. You see what I'm saying? And so it's time to wake up because things are changing. I don't know why. I do know why, but this is not the channel. And y'all don't want to hear the truth anyway. Most of you don't. But that aside, you either in the game or you're not. And a lot of you guys have been on the bleachers. You got to get out of the bleachers. And the last thing that you should be worried about is Thanksgiving. Halloween. Any of these holidays, spending money that you ain't got. You need to go out, get up, get out, and get something. You got to be productive. Respectfully. Now, enough preaching. Let's get some solutions, because some of you guys may be in a position where, man, I don't know what to do, Robert. Well, let me let this professional give you some guidance, and then we're going to wrap up with someone that was in the position of receiving these benefits, but changed their situation, and she's going to tell you how she did it. So let's continue.
My name is Crystal. I'm a social worker and a caseworker. I have been working in the social service field for over 10 years. I also worked at the SNAP Welfare Food Stamp Office for over 6 years. I have processed hundreds of SNAP cases. Due to the government shutdown, many states are now sending out notifications stating that they do not have the funds to issue SNAP benefits for the month of November. The federal government has already informed all states that it will not fund November's benefits. And since the funding for SNAP comes from the federal government, the states literally have no money to pay out. Some states are outright saying that they will not issue November's benefits, and some states have not confirmed it yet. I'll just tell you, if you receive SNAP benefits, please be careful on how you spend October's benefits, because there will be no more SNAP issued until this shutdown ends. I have some resources to help you find food pantries if you need it, linked in my bio. All you have to do is click the link, put in your zip code, and it will show you a list of food pantries near you.
Y'all entire SNAP benefits will be shut down in November. Nobody will qualify for any type of assistance November 1st. Yeah, they claim it's because of the government shutdown, but no matter how it goes, I'm going to tell you why you're going to be able to survive with this shutdown. Okay, so check it. Me, I'm a mom who is very much kept. I didn't want to go to work. Okay, I stayed at home with my kids. 4 children. My husband worked. Okay? So that's a family of 6. We have not had food stamps for over a year. And yes, we pay the rents that you pay too. We have figured out what we had to release in order to gain. Follow me. Had my car repoed because I couldn't afford it. I was homeless before that, so I'm not going to go back to being homeless, right? Right. I gave up the car. Car was $600 a month. The insurance was $400 a month. Plus always putting gas in that mug. Plus maintenance, you feel me? Okay? Where we live at, pay $1,800 a month. I know, asinine. And the place has been up since 1984. But you know what? We need a shelter. Check. But do we really need this car? You gonna say, yeah, because I need to get around. No. You have a bus, a train system. You have Lyft, you have Uber. In St. Louis, you have Via, which is rideshare. So you're gonna have to learn how to get along with people, okay? Then you have your feet. Your feet. God bless you with feet. Walk. Get your fat ass up and go out and walk. Then your hip won't be hurting. You won't be so fat, because I used to be 400 pounds. Now that my gotta walk everywhere, now I'm 186. But anyway, okay? Y'all gotta stop being dependent on the system, man. Make the decisions to release something so you can gain something else.
Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let everything be established. The resource that Miss Crystal is referring to, if you go to my credit section in the description, you can watch her full video. I also have that resource in my description, and I'll pin it to the top comment for those of you that are looking for help throughout the country for certain resources for a time such as this. So there you have it, guys. If you want it, it's available, but it takes work, and that's the hard part, right? I hope, I pray, I wish, I encourage you to do what the Nash household is talking about. You know, get on your feet, understand what a need and a want is, and use what you got. Tom and Jerry. Matter of fact, I'm about to get up off of here and go do some more manual labor, because it's good for you. It's good for the body, the mind, and the soul. So my time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. Check out these videos here, and until the next time, indeed, y'all stay blessed.